with the cost of groceries going literally through the roof, a lot of people are asking Loblaws, what were you thinking? Read the room. Hello, I'm Adrienne Batra. With me is Brian Lilley. And Brian, I am referring to a raise that Loblaw CEO Galen Weston was just given by the company. A lot of people are crying foul in the face of growing and increasing costs of food. Uh, what say you?
I say, look, this is a smart guy who's run his company well, and I can explain all of that in a moment. There might be a great business case for him getting a raise, but as a PR move, it's just a disaster. The board of Loblaws and George Weston Limited, which they both, combined income, he's now at 11.8 million from those two companies, with a $1.2 million raise. The boards of these places don't have the brains, that political smarts that God gave a head of cabbage, because politically you'd look at this and say, you know what, Galen, you really deserve something, but we're going to defer for now because this is going to blow up in our faces, which has. I don't get the hate on for Galen Weston. I don't get the hate on for Loblaws, but politically, PR-wise, dumb move on this part, even if he deserves it.
And I agree with that. And I think most people, for clear thinking individuals would say the same thing. You do have to wonder, the federal government in a very feeble way offering this grocery rebate, pretty sad. But Weston was just hauled in front of a parliamentary committee to provide testimony.
Yep.
I mean, I would argue that was a wash. It wasn't. There were no real gotcha moments for him in that regard. But you often have to, as a corporation, look. We're free market capitalists. We understand how this system works, and we understand the importance of having this sort of capitalist system put into place. But where things go sideways are on issues just as we're talking about right now. I mean, I said right off the top, Brian, read the room. This is when you get the pushback, when it's so obvious and it's so blatant that this is not the time to be honoring your executives with bonuses in an environment such as this. And yes, we all understand it's a private company and they can choose to do with their money as they want, and consumers can choose to shop elsewhere if they so choose. But let's face it, Loblaws has such a significant footprint in every jurisdiction across the country. I just am wondering, would it have been wise for someone like Weston himself to say, okay, thank you, but no thanks right now?
Yeah, he could have refused. Look, the argument for him getting this raise is he has turned around the share price. It's almost double from when he took over in March of 2021. So middle of the pandemic, you would have thought, well, grocery store shares would be going through the roof. We're all staying home. We can't go to restaurants. We're going to grocery stores more. No, the share price was kind of feeble. 2018, it was as low as $58. It was up to about 66 when he took over. Now it's at over $125 and playing in that range. Revenues have turned around. Profitability has turned around. These are all good things, and he should be rewarded for it. But guess what? He's also a major shareholder of the company. So that share price increase has really benefited him. He's got stock options. The smart thing to do would have be to say, no, we're not going to do this at this time. I know that we've hired a private company that says he's underpaid. This management compensation corporation that looks at executive salaries to try and give companies an idea of what the fair market value is. They said he was underpaid. He could have said, fine, so be it. Let's leave it like that. So he got a $1.2 million raise. He's got a $1.2 million PR headache at the moment. Jagmeet Singh and the NDP are going to keep beating up on him. The Toronto Star is going to keep beating up on him. He is going to be to some people, I keep seeing he's the most hated man in Canada. I don't think so. When we're done recording this, I'm going downstairs to the No Frills that's in the base level of the Post Media building. I'm probably going to pick a few things up. People are still going to keep shopping there. But if he does lose some customers, if some customers say, you know what, I'd rather go pay higher prices at Sobeys or Metro then that's going to cause trouble for him. He didn't need this PR nightmare. It's an own goal and one that they easily could have avoided while still making sure that he remains a very wealthy man.
And in the meantime, the only thing going up for consumers is the cost of groceries. Log on to Facebook and Twitter. Let us know what you think and go to thetorontosun.com. Hit that subscribe button. You're going to find coverage on stories like this and others you will not find anywhere else.